Hey friends, so thought I'd update. I have kind of good news, plus a little bit of bad news. So let's start like medium bad good. The medium news is that my car's going. I can actually like leave that parking spot, that area. The kind of bad news is that it still overheats really, really bad, and I'm pretty sure something's going on with the power steering. It makes whirring sounds, which it had just started doing before it broke down, so now I get kind of scared driving it. It has twice now overheated to where it won't start. I try not to get it to that point, but then if I'm like a block away, I'll still try to get there, which I shouldn't do because I'm going to blow the engine. But then at the same time, I'm like, I hate this car. I shouldn't be like that because it's all I have. But, okay, so that's it for the car. So I've been talking to this guy like off and on. I don't take it serious. We'll say that. I don't take it serious. I don't think he takes it very serious. Although we talk about like marriage and kids and he's like, I'm going to marry you. And you know how guys do that. And I can't take him serious though. I mean, like I'm 42 and I've been engaged 50 million times. So I never I'm like, whatever. And if I even want to like get married, I never know. And then by the time it comes around, I'm like, I don't want to, but anyway, I'm blabbering again. So this whole time he's been knowing my situation even before the car broke down, and he works on cars. He knows how to work on cars. Just watching me suffer. He would even say things like, I'm gonna come get a hotel, and I won't let him, but he would get a hotel, or he's like recently he's like, I'll come stay with you in the van, like just to see you. And I'm like, no, that's first of all embarrassing. Second of all, I'm way too old to be like chilling in the back of a van with some dude. So, and he's like, baby, I'll fix your car for you, I'll take care of you. And I'm like, okay. Like, where was all this generosity before? I didn't even know you could work on cars before, and I really needed you. So nothing will ever happen with that man because of that. I have decided that anybody who has known my situation and left me there, like, no help, no assistance, just left me there. So what if you checked in on me? Nothing, you ghosted me after. They're not allowed in my life anymore. And I don't care if that's harsh because my situation is unusual. I don't care because I would never do that to somebody. So I have to put my foot down and only allow people in my life who are like me. I can't be easy, like a doormat anymore. I feel like that's being a doormat, especially considering how my life goes sometimes. Like, I'm really, really hoping that my life continues to grow from a path I was on before these abusive relationships. And if I'm, like I hope and plan, if I'm successful, I don't want, fake people and half-assed people in my life. Like, I need really good people in my life. Okay, so, but I still may have him help me with the car, though. I mean, he's gotten, there's been a trade. There's been a trade. He can help me. Something that's like, I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm going to. I'm scared I'm going to jinx it because I've just had so many false starts. So I've been working with an agency that I worked for like 3 weeks before. They weren't a good agency. In fact, I had done a job for them that they knew was high turnover, that they knew would most likely not work out, and then they didn't tell me it ended. Or excuse me, they told me through email, but on a Friday afternoon, which I didn't check my email all weekend. I showed up to work 6 a.m. Monday morning out of town, and they had to tell me that they ended my contract. So, and the person I've been working with, she ain't the greatest. She is not the sharpest tool in the shed, for sure. Not the brightest crayon in the box. Which is frustrating, but I mean, I have to play nice. I have to just deal with it, get through this part, and get a job. So she's putting me up for 3 jobs. I tested really well on the assessments, typed over 87 words per minute, which is kind of sad because I'm usually over 100, but I've been out of practice, so what do I expect? Excel and Word were over 90%, so that's good. I was scared about that because I haven't used it in a couple years. She had me like dumb down my resume, which I hate doing that. Excuse me. I hate, having to like take away experience that is more complex or, is a higher position just to get a lower position. I don't think that's very fair. I mean, I get it because they're like, oh, you're going to leave, but I don't like doing that because you should see that all the things I can do. Like, look what I can do. No, no, but I feel like if you have a good idea of my work history, you'll have a good idea of the kind of employee I'll be and the kind of work I'll do for you, even if it's only temporary. So, I mean, I can get a lot of work done. I'm trying really hard not to ramble. Okay, what else? I'm gonna get my cat in a few days. I'm super excited, but I'm also kind of scared because I don't know. I guess I'm tired. I know I'm freezing cold. It's not freezing cold outside. It's like in the 50s. But my toes are cold. I think that I've been cold for so long that I just can't get warm. That's kind of how I feel. Like my fingers and nose will burn, or my toes will burn and turn bright red when I start warming up. And it's like I feel like I'm trembling right now. I just can't get warm. Yesterday was nice though. Like last night was so bearable. I was able to like stay up till like 1 crocheting. Usually I have to go to bed early because it's so cold. I have to try to like be unconscious. What else? I am almost on E. Well, I am on E. My light's been on. But I got a refund for the battery. Like, not a full refund, but you know how you, like, give them the battery back and they give a refund. So I have a tiny bit of gas money. I will have to ask someone to help me if I get one of these jobs, unfortunately. And my son won't, so that only leaves, like, my best friend, my mom. My best friend doesn't have extra money like that, and my mom does, but she acts like she doesn't, so she doesn't have to help me. Not that she has to help me. I don't want to hear that. Like, oh, you're so entitled. I'm not. I'm just desperate at this point, and I need a little bit of help to get back on my feet. What else? I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else, so wish me luck. Please send good vibes. I don't have evil eye on me right now, but to all the people wishing bad on me. I just need a job, and then in a month I can buy reliable transportation, even if it's a clunker, $1,500 car. I can deal with that. And then just to be safe, like driving around safe, knowing that I'm gonna make it to my destination. Sometimes I'm driving and I'm looking at cars. I always look at cars because I kind of want to have like an idea of the kind of car I would want if I had my choice. And sometimes I try to imagine like driving with the heater on. Like right now I'm freezing. How nice it would be just to turn on my car and turn on the heater. Or to go somewhere and not constantly check the water temperature or the gas light. That would be great. And then also not trying to stay away from cars because my brakes don't really work very well. Like sometimes I hit the brake all the way down and the car doesn't want to stop. I have to like pump it a little bit. So that's terrifying. Just to like be able to drive and have like no thoughts. Like no worries. Just drive. Boom, boom. One place to another. I can't, I mean, I kind of remember what that's like, but like not really. Like the naivete, is that how you say it? That I had before. It's so crazy. Like I just didn't know what it was to like have a car you could barely drive until I lost my Mustang. And I went without a car for a little while, and then my mom made me get a lemon. This is the second lemon she's made me get. Like, I know that I'm a grown adult. I don't know if anybody out there understands, but like sometimes, like with authority figures, I don't know if it's because how I was raised or what, but I'm like, I go into like fawn mode and just like stay quiet, look down, instead of like being bold and standing up for myself like I would if I was just me, like not speaking to my family, not having any kind of time with my family. For some reason, when I get around them, I like go into like a fawn response, or freeze response. I just can't like deal with how they are. And also like I know, especially with my mother, I know that I have to accept whatever she gives, because there's not going to be like, there's no negotiation. So anything that she decides to give me, like if I say no, that's it. I just get nothing. And if I'm really desperate, I have to go along with what she says. Even though she gets mad at me if the car breaks down, like after, if it has a bunch of problems, then she'll get mad at me. And then if I'm not around, she'll get mad to her husband and blame something like on her son, or on his son, who didn't like fix it well, even though he really doesn't sometimes. It's just like always someone, I don't know. I don't want to say it's always someone else's fault, because they say that about me. But if you make someone, like, I mean, even I had to pay for, we call it Death Trap Donna. That's how bad that car was. If you make somebody pay for something like with their own money, and it's a piece of shit, just to like get them away from you, because you don't want to have any responsibility for that person, even though I'm an adult, I feel like, why doesn't she like look at herself and be like, oh, I made her get that car, I shouldn't have done that. Like, yes, I was being inconsiderate and self-centered and doing that. Like, how come instead of that, it's you blame everything on everybody else? How you got that car, you know, that's your responsibility. What about your part in it? What about your part when you bully me to get that car? And I can't say no, I live with you, like, and you're my mom, like. But that, I have to stop being like that. I have to stop letting them run my life. Sorry, there's a car. I have to stop, not run my life, but like influence my life like that. I have to like, and I have a really hard time like with confrontation with them, because they just like stone you to death. So I really need to just stay away. I really need to. And then now, because she gave me like $50 or $60 last month, just a little bit, tiny bit of money, like every few months or whatever, I feel like I owe, like I'm obligated to stay in touch with her, because if I'm doing better one day, then I have to like give her money. But really, my mother doesn't want anything to do with you unless you have money. Like, unless you can give her money, or pretty much that's it. Then she just doesn't talk to you, doesn't want anything to do with you. And I really gotta get away from that. I really have to, but it's like the hardest thing. It's gonna be probably the hardest thing I've done in my life besides raise my son by myself. I'm getting anxious. I'm doing the hair thing again. So, okay, well, that's me babbling, even though I didn't want to, but there's all my feelings splattered on the floor. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. I will be celebrating it alone. Mwah.